Hey guys. So, as you can see by the title, we're going to talk about something a little different today. And I really wanted to bring up this discussion because it's been heavy on my mind. Let me just say, it's been quite an adventure this past week. I got a little glimpse into the minds of people. I got a little glimpse into how people think and, what they, are thinking, but they don't actually utter. They don't say. So whoever's in the chat, say hello. I'll say hello right back. We have to talk about this because this is one of the things that are not being talked about. Okay. I want to preface this by saying, I'm well aware of my privilege. Okay. Being that I have light skin. Okay. I'm very aware of that. Okay. I acknowledge it. All right. I wasn't born, yesterday. I'm very aware of it. Okay. But what people are not aware of is the disadvantages that I have. Okay. I was having this discussion with a couple of people over the past couple of days, and this is not really being talked about too much, so I thought that I would kind of break the ice with that. Hey, baby D. We have 4 in the chat here. So who's the other 3? I'm not going to go forward unless more people are going to at least say hello. At least say hello. I'm not asking you to be completely active on here. Just say hello. Because I do want to talk about this. This is something that is, as I said, has been weighing heavily on my mind, and it needs to be addressed. Okay. This is in no way, I'm going to make a disclaimer here. Okay. This is in no way, shape, or form meant to take away from the real struggles that are going on, amongst people of color, Black and brown people, indigenous people. Okay. We're not taking away from that in this discussion at all. But we do have to talk about the other forms of racism that are very, very prevalent. Okay. That people are not talking about. Okay. So I'm gonna begin in a little bit, but I'm just waiting for more people to get on here. If there's not enough people on here, then I'm just going to take it to the private group then. Okay. So I'm gonna give it a few minutes. I don't want to have to take it to the private group. I do want to talk about it here because I can get feedback from you guys. So I'm just going to speak, and whenever you feel like chiming in, go ahead and chime in. There are no wrong things to say here. We're all here to be educated and to educate each other. But I do have to speak on this quite a bit. Now, you guys know what my nationality is. Okay. I am Ukrainian and Puerto Rican. Okay. I have been really, really studying a lot about my Arawak roots. Okay. Arawak is another, I guess you would call it another word for the Borican, the Taino, indigenous peoples of Puerto Rico. Okay. A lot of people, when they first meet me, unless you're like really attuned to, how do I word this? Some people can tell that I'm Puerto Rican. Some people cannot tell at all. Okay. And I've gotten into this discussion before. I remember getting into this discussion once, and it's like, the chat was on fire. At one point I had to leave it. I was like, okay, I kind of opened up a can of worms with that one, right? I think we've all seen that meme of Karen Smith from Mean Girls, and she has that kind of like, befuddled face. If you're from Africa, why are you white? Okay, well, we're going to get started with this, okay? It's like, there's this common misconception that you have to fit a certain way of looking in order to be considered a specific race. We're going to talk about that first, okay? God saw that, God has different shades of beautiful. Okay, everything from pale skin with freckles, okay, and light eyes, all the way to beautiful ebony skin with golden undertones. Okay, and the shade range is so beautiful. This is the thing that I'm trying to say here. Hey Aquaria, yay! I'm so glad you're here. Woohoo! Yay! Good. We're gonna get some good feedback, okay? Because I was having this discussion with her just the other day. She remembers this discussion, and I kind of flew off the handle, and she knows about it. It's like, because it really annoyed me, okay? The inspiration for this video, for this live, is, and she knows about it, I got called a Karen the other day on the bus, okay? First of all, you're using that word in the wrong context, okay? Because a Karen is somebody that is kind of like una jodienda. She's like a pain in the ass. She's the one that, let me see your manager. And, she's the one that'll alert the bus driver, this person's not following the rules and everything. Is look, man, I don't care who you are, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, Chinese, Indian. I don't care. Polka dotted, paisley, striped. I don't care what the fuck you are. If you're clustered around me during COVID, okay, I got to wear a mask. You're not wearing a fucking mask. It's a whole bunch of you, okay, and you're crowding around me, like daring me. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of my health. I'm going to get up and I'm going to go move to another part of the bus. You want to call me a Karen? Go ahead and call me a Karen, okay? It did upset me, because if anybody knows anything about me, they know that I'm the least Karen-like person, that you have ever met, okay? And, I don't make it a point to talk about my medical issues, okay? You guys know about the Hashimoto's. You also know that Hashimoto's is autoimmune, okay? And I have to do everything I can to protect myself, okay? I have to wear my mask. I have to get my flu shot. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to take all of these extra precautions that a normal, healthy person, doesn't even have to think about. Okay. So when there's a gaggle of people around me, I don't care what race you are, I'm going to get up and I'm going to move to another side of the bus. Okay. I need breathing room, and I don't want to breathe your potentially COVID air. I don't. Okay. So if that makes me a Karen, then fuck it. A Karen BI. Okay. So we lost 2 people here. So we have only Baby D and Aquaria, but other people are going to catch the live, whenever they can. People have lives. But I really did want to talk about this, because this is getting to be a little ridiculous. Okay. That was really what inspired this video here, because this is something that I have dealt with all of my life. Where do I fit in? Now, if I didn't meet Aquaria, I would probably still be like, bobbing around, trying to find out where I fit in. I mean, being a twin flame, I know this already, but that's just one checkbox, right? And that's not something that everybody can claim, okay? Now, just recently on the census did they start putting white, Hispanic, okay? Just recently, they started, maybe 30 years ago, 20, 30 years ago, they started putting that there, okay? There was never an option for mixed children like me, okay? Now, there's a common misconception that all mixed children have to look a certain way, okay? Mixed children don't just look like a light-skinned, I guess what you would call mulatto. Okay. That's what they used to call. I don't even know if that's a right term. If I'm being politically incorrect, please forgive me. Okay. Sometimes mixed children look like me. Sometimes mixed children look like me. Okay. Now, I wanted to address something else. There's some people that, and I'm not going to name names. I don't think I have to. that in an effort to celebrate, which they should celebrate their heritage and their culture and everything, in an effort to do that, you tear down other people. I want you to be careful with that. But for somebody that talks about karma so much, imagine you had a child and all of this bumping of the gums that you're doing. God has a sense of humor, hon. Okay. All of this bumping of the gums that you're doing about Karen this and Karen that, and that Eastern European here, that Eastern European that. Okay. Watch that who you're bumping your gums against is going to wind up in your family. God has a sense of humor. You wanted to talk mess. You wanted to talk some mess. Now look. Hey, I was raised right. Okay, I was raised to love everyone, and this is something that has proven to be a beautiful blessing in my life, because I have women in my life that I'm going to tell you quite honestly, I could not live without these women in my life. I couldn't. They have become such a part of the fabric of my life that I can't perceive my life without them. Present company included. I love you, girl. I love you. I love you, sis. Okay. So I wanted to talk about this a little bit because, people are thinking and assuming that, because you don't have a lot of melanin in your skin, that you are not okay, let me rephrase that. And I was having this conversation, if as a mixed child, where do you fit in? Okay. It's a struggle, especially when you are growing up and you have enough to deal with going through puberty, going through your social cues. Okay. Finding out what you like, what you don't like. Okay. You have enough to deal with without having to figure out and pick and choose which side you belong to. Okay. So when I found out that I was an Israelite, I was like, oh, wonderful. That sense of belonging that a lot of us are looking for. Okay. And I'm going to tell you, growing up, you don't know where you fit in. Okay. You're not melanated enough for the, black and brown side of you. You're not light enough because of your last name for the white side of you. It's like, where the do you fit in? Where do you fit in? And this is the struggle that a lot of mixed children have to deal with. Okay. So let's talk about it. Okay. Let's talk about this. When I get on here and I make a video, I try to, really bring up subjects that are going to make you think. Okay. Because just like we have to flex our biceps and our triceps, we have to flex our mental muscle as well. Okay. So, we only have 3 people here. So I don't think this is going to be a long video, but I just wanted to kind of like broach the subject so that there can be a conversation about it. And again, this is in no way, shape, or form taking away from the movements that are going on right now. They're important movements that I completely and fully support. Okay. And let me also preface this by saying and reiterating again, I'm very aware of my privilege. I'm very aware of it. Okay. And I will use it to speak out for the people that don't have a voice. Okay. That's why I have this platform. But make no mistake, I struggle too. And with that whole Karen incident, it kind of like took me back to when I was 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. It took me back. I felt like I was a teenager again, going through that whole race identity situation. This is the thing though. I can think about this, but being an Israelite and knowing what I am has helped me in the way that, those labels, they kind of dissolve when when you really think about what you are as an Israelite, okay, those labels dissolve. There's a unity, there's a solidarity within all of the tribes. The thing that hurt me and pained me the most when this whole Karen thing happened is, hold on, let me see what Baby D is saying here. A lot of people wouldn't think that I have a little bit of white in me. My mother is half. You see? Case in point. Case in point. God decides how you're going to look. Your parents and God decide how you're going to look. This is not something that is within your control. Okay. So if I'm not that melanated and my last name is Hernandez, well, I'm going to tell you something. There's two reasons for that. My mother is Eastern European. Okay. And we all came out light. Okay. And also within our Puerto Rican heritage, there is the Spaniard, which is European. So that's going to be very dominant. That's going to be very dominant. Okay. Now, if you look at the three of us, me and my two sisters, okay, my littlest sister she is pale, pale, pale with freckles and everything. Okay. But she's Israelite. She's Israelite. Okay. She looks a lot like Mama. Okay. Out of all of us, I feel like both me and my other sister, my middle sister, because there's three of us, we look more like Dad. And my little sister looks more like Mama. Okay. So it really depends on how God wants you to look. Okay. So, when we talk about this, it's like, I don't feel like a lot of people take me seriously when I say that I'm Puerto Rican, when I say that I'm an Israelite, that I say that I'm a woman of color. Okay. I am, but a lot of people that are, that are within my tribal network, okay, will not take me seriously as a woman of color. They will not, unless they knew that my last name was Hernandez, that's really the only deciding factor there. Okay. Now you look at my face, I have, Puerto Rican features. Okay. Because I look like Dad. I look like my dad. Okay. But I find myself still at 44 years old having to explain myself. And this shouldn't be. This shouldn't be. I'm a beautiful mixture of fire and ice. Okay. The fire coming from my dad, the ice coming from my mom. Okay. My dad's from someplace hot. My mom is from someplace cold. Okay. So it's that mixture of fire and ice, which if you think about it, if you really, really think about it, think of the yin and yang there. It's perfect that they had met each other. It's that perfect element of fire and ice getting together. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So like I said, this is not going to be a long video at all. Okay. Now I imagine that there's going to be more comments, as people discover this video, and, please, there's no wrong answers here. Okay. Just keep it respectful. That's all I ask. There's no wrong comments. What your opinion is what your opinion is. Okay. All I ask is that you keep it respectful. That's all I ask. Okay. Allow other people to express themselves as I allowed you to express yourself. Okay. But this is what I'm trying to say. I had to struggle with that during my youth. And if you ask any twin flame, right, how much of their, because you're going through a second puberty. When you find out you're a twin flame, you're going through a second puberty. It's a spiritual puberty. To quote Mel from, I believe the name of the channel is Gold Ray Twin Flames. I didn't coin that phrase. He did. All credit goes to him. He's the one that coined that phrase. Okay, that you're going through a spiritual puberty. Okay, I don't, on this channel, I don't take what people say, and pass it off as my own stuff. Okay. As my own, downloads. Okay. I did hear it from him. Okay. So I'm just repeating it. So, check out his channel if you want to. But yeah, I wanted to talk about this, and I'm going to explore this a little bit more, because this is something that really needs to be talked about. This is not something that gets too much coverage and everything, because because of everything that happened, and it like I said before, I completely support the movements and everything. And I'll be there front and center. Okay. Me being a woman of color myself. And there may be some people that are watching this right now, be like, kind of like, scoffing at what I'm saying, or hold on just a second. My food is here. Hold on, guys. Just stay right there. Hello. Okay. I'll be out there in a minute. Okay. Oh, he's kind of rude. Okay. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hold on, guys. Gotta let the guy in. Hello? 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 This is not contactless. He just passed the, oh my goodness. I'll be right back. I think this guy is lost. I'll be right back, guys. I think he's lost. Hold on just a second, guys. I'll be right back, I promise.
Oh, God. Oh, crap. All right.
Hold on. Thanks, Mom. This dude is lost. I'm gonna have to call him. I'll do it after the live. Hold on. I might have to do a part 2 to this. Hold on, guys. Just give me a minute. I'm so sorry, guys.
That's all right.
This is no. I'm talking to my viewers. Okay. All right, you guys. I'm so sorry about that. It's like, as a delivery person, you should know the area. When my twin's father passed away, one of her aunts said her father had an issue of her dealing with a black eye. But I met her father before he passed, and he didn't seem to have a problem with me. You see? This is the thing. That whole Karen situation kind of inspired this how do I word this? It inspired this investigation as to why people think the way that they do. Okay? Now, you know how I am here on YouTube. I will check a bitch with a quickness. When it came to that whole Karen situation, it's like, you know what? I just finished running my errands. I'm on the bus. I am not as young as I used to be. Okay. I don't have the time or the interest or the strength or the energy to hold on a second, guys. I'm gonna have to do a part 2 to this because he's annoying me, this guy now. It's like, where the hell are you? Hold on just a second, guys. Hello? Okay, where are you? What's the address that you're at? Because I was just looking for you and you're not there. 30, 50. Well, I should probably say this a little lower. 30, yes. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm famished, man. It's like, get it together. Oh my goodness. He had the wrong address, dude. He had the right address for the first part of the number, but he had the wrong street. Oy. Oy. Hey, Lilith. All right. So, I don't want to be redundant here and repetitive, but we are going to do a part 2 to this because I feel like this really, really needs to be talked about. And we're going to talk more in the private group about this. There's only so much that I can say here, okay? Because quite honestly, some of the material that I am going to be talking about, I do want to take it to my private group, okay? That being said, I want you guys to think of a situation where you have seen this being prevalent, okay? So that we can talk about this, so that there's more attention to this and more, this guy again. I'm so sorry, guys. Oy. What the fudge? Hello? Okay, you're in front? Oh, okay. All right. So ring the top bell. There we go. Alrighty. All right. I'll be right there. Finally. Jeez Louise. Hello, sir. Okay. Just sign anywhere? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Oh, so sorry about that. Here we go. Thank you. Have a good one. And that'll be a no tip for you. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Thank you for your patience. Hey, none of us wanted to cook today, so we were not trying to. Here. This is yours. Yeah, this is yours. Mm-hmm. And the rest is mine. Woohoo! I am hungry. Now I'm going to dig in. Okay. My ass is hungry. I'm a heifer. Don't play with me with my food, honey. I'm a tourist. Alrighty. So, as we were. Oh no, sweetheart. No. You didn't miss that much. Okay. This is kind of like a bridge video. We're going to be talking about this more when, I just had to, know when you guys are all available at like in one like combined group, because everybody has lives. They got school, they got work, they got kids, So let me know when this is best for you to talk about, because I want us all to get on this subject and talk about it, because I'm sure I'm not the only one that has dealt with this. Okay. Everybody wants to identify with something. Okay. It's a sense of belonging. It's something that is ancient. Okay. Everybody wants to feel part of a tribe, feel part of a group. Okay. We're social. I mean, out of all of the species that God made, okay, we're the most intelligent and we're the ones that are the most social. Okay, so we need to, we really need to talk about this. Okay. She said, I heard Karen's. Oh, girl. I'm just going to give you the, Lilith, I'm going to give you the lowdown on that. Okay. The condensed version of that is I was on the bus because let's face it, I don't drive. Okay. I got a lead foot. I just don't trust myself to drive. Okay. So I take the bus and it's cheaper, whatever. It's better for the environment. Okay. And basically what had happened, you guys know about my Hashimoto's, and you know that it's, I recently went to the doctor, and, they're doing a workup of everything that could have kind of like escalated, how my numbers have changed and everything. Because right now, it's Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which, look it up. Women that are watching this, I want you all, if you have been feeling sluggish, if you've been feeling loopy, if you've been forgetting things, if you are, your focus is out of whack, if you have been gaining and losing weight with no physical reason, okay, out of the ordinary, get your thyroid checked. Get it checked. I'm not going to argue with you with this. Get it checked, okay? All right? It's very, very important that you do, because this is more prevalent in women than it is in men, okay? And it's more prevalent in Eastern European women, okay, which, Eastern European women tend to have a lack of iodine, which contributes to the Hashimoto's, which I don't know how that is, because I love salt, okay? I put salt on everything, okay? And a big, big amount of salt, which, I had my blood pressure checked and it was 88/60. I'm not a vampire, I promise. Okay. I'm not a vampire, but even the tech that was taking the my temperature and all of my vitals and everything, he was like, whoa, that's kind of low. It's not in the one, normal is 120/60, right? I'm way below that. That means that blood is flowing through those veins with no problem, okay? With no problem. Now, I do have high cholesterol. I do have high cholesterol because I love my fried fatty foods. And right now, I'm about to chow down on some Jamaican patties with cheese, okay? I be loving them things, okay? I have 3 at a time. Look, man, one's not going to do enough for me. It ain't going to do nothing for me, okay? I'm a thick girl, okay? All right? And she did say that I had to lose 5 pounds. She did. Okay. But it's only 5 pounds. I can do that. I can, I hope. Okay. So, that I don't hide anything from you guys. But I will tell you this. Get yourselves checked out, women especially, for Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Okay. If you need any extra information about all of this, let me know. Hit me up. And I'll be glad to help you out. Okay, what to look for. Usually, you have to go through your GP first, and they give you a referral to a endocrinologist. But find a good endocrinologist. That's where your research comes in. Okay, because most health plans, you need a referral for that, because that's a specialty service, right? And in the same breath, you'll be able to find out if you're pre-diabetic, all of that stuff. Okay. It's very, very important. If you love salt or you love sugar, okay, just get it done. Get it done. Your body will thank you for it, because the thyroid really controls a lot of your systems. Okay. It controls the adrenal, the lymphatic. It controls your digestive, your reproductive. It controls everything. It's like command central. Everybody thinks that the brain is command central. The brain basically tells, everything else what to do. But the thyroid is kind of like that soldier that redirects and, tasks everybody with what they need to do. All right. So get it checked, ladies. Okay. Gentlemen too. You don't stay behind. Get that checked. Okay. Because you can be very, very, you can get a nodule on your thyroid, okay? So look out for that, okay? with the women, it affects the women, more long term than it does the men. So you have to get this and catch this. If you're in your 30s, especially, it seems to hit during the mid 30s. Okay. So get it checked out. Okay. I love you guys. I want you in one piece. Okay. When we're all sitting and breaking bread, I don't want no miscounted head count. Okay. I want everybody there. Okay. So yeah. Let me see here. Hey Shan, I didn't even see you up there, love. I got my food now, Lilith. I'm about to chow down after I get off this live. But if you want to know more, if you want to find out more about this, and you want to discuss this a little more, than here on YouTube, join the group. The group is Queen Bernadette's YouTube. That's YT. How did I put it? YouTube fam. Okay, so it's Queen Bernadette's YT fam. Okay. You'll have to answer 2 questions. One of them being, what is your YouTube username? Okay, so that we can vet you and verify. Okay. And the second being, which is the video of mine or Aquaria's, because she's also a moderator on that group. Which one of our videos or lives did you see that prompted you to subscribe? Which, go ahead and do so if you're new. And what was the one that caused you to join the group? Okay. So other than that, if we can vet you and, you've been active on here and everything, and it was, she's been active or he's been active on the chat. This is why I tell you guys, don't hide in the shadows. If there's only a couple of people, don't be shy. Nobody's going to bite your head off here. Nobody's going to bite you. All right. So yeah, I'm going to talk about this more in the group. And if you have articles or anything to share, obviously you can't share them here too much because it's only a link, right? It's better if you join the group because you can really get into the conversations there. I will be doing lives on the group. Okay. I just got to figure out how to do that. I have special rooms created for different things, different topics. Okay. So, I will be, around for that. What else? I am still offering my services for dream interpretation. Anybody that's gotten a dream interpretation from me has kind of had their jaw on the floor. So, I come from Tribe of Joseph, so that I come from a long line of dream interpreters. So, you're getting the best of the best there. So, if you do want I wouldn't really call it a reading. It's more of a, an analysis, right? I call it an analysis. Hit me up. You have to email me because I haven't really figured out which platform I'm going to use for that. So for now, for the time being, I don't take PayPal with that. It's going to have to either be Cashapp or Venmo. Okay, so that post is on the community board. You could just scan with your phone and it takes you right to the thing. Okay. But email me so that we can set up a time. Okay. That way there's correspondence between you and I that, this day works for you. Oh no, that day works better for me. Good. We can, have a meeting of the minds. I really, really miss providing a service for you guys. I mean, I can sit here bumping my guns all day long, but the reason you came to this channel is because, you probably heard about me, you probably caught a couple of videos and it resonated, so I had to be providing some type of service for you guys. I am of service to you guys as a twin. All right. That being said, you guys, I'm going to cut this off. And Lilith, I'm so sorry that you came in at the end, but we'll continue on in the group and everything. It's not a problem. And thank you, by the way, Lilith, for the automatic writing drawing that you did. It puts a lot of things into perspective. I'm not going to get into it here, but yeah, that's very, very clear what that is. So don't mean to be cryptic, but certain things can't be discussed here on a public forum. That being said, guys, keep in mind that racism never worked before. It doesn't work now. There's no room for it. It doesn't serve a purpose. Okay, it just makes what could be a beautiful friendship, relationship, all of that stuff, it makes it strained on both parties. Okay. It's like, we got to move past that. It's like people know about the racism that's between black and white. Okay. With George Floyd and everything that has been happening. But there's a subsection of that is not being talked about, and we need to talk about it, especially if you are a mulatto. It's like I hate if that word is not a good word to say. Let me know. I don't want to be on here saying words that are triggering at all. Okay, let me know. You got to let me know. You got to let me know these things. Okay, but mixed children don't just look a certain way. They look like me too. So I'm going to close this out with saying that, if anybody has, been anti, a certain, I'm going to mention, I'm not going to name names, but I don't need to, just, being that you're so mindful of karma, check your own karma, because it's like, whatever you're popping off at the mouth with, watch it wind up in your family. I want you to look at a clip from Chris Rock, okay, the comedian, okay? And he said, it doesn't pay to hate anybody, because who you hate is going to wind up in your family, okay? And that's how karma goes. So if you are a woman of color and, you're hating on a white lady or hating on this or hating on that, and you're making your whole how do I word this? It's probably coming out wrong, but whatever, retrograde, whatever, things are probably not going to come out right. We are in Mercury retrograde, so I apologize in advance if that's not coming out right. Okay. Just be careful what you say, because whatever you hate winds up in your family. That's usually the way these things work. So if you are calling every woman a Karen, watch a Karen wind up in your family. You got to be careful with that, okay? You don't want to shoot yourself in the foot, okay? You can shoot yourself in the foot by saying certain words, okay? All right, guys, I think I'm done here. I'm gonna eat my food. I will have a part 2 tomorrow, so start writing down your questions for the group. Again, the group is a private group. It's on Facebook at Queen Bernadette's YT fam. Okay, it's a private group. Okay, answer the questions. If we can vet you, you can get in. Okay. That being said, guys, I really, really thank you guys for taking time out of your night or day or wherever you are in the world, looking at this video, listening to this video, and spending a few moments with me. I really appreciate it. And hats off to all of those that are making videos like mine. Hats off to you for if you are inspired by this video, if you're inspired by this live and you feel compelled to talk about this, please tag me in the video so that this can be like a thread, okay, so that it can all link back. Okay. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. God bless.